Hey guys, and welcome to this long overdue video of can the Ace Magic laptop I bought from Temu actually handle some gaming. It does come with a very good CPU, but it also has only integrated graphics, the Radeon, I've got the name of it now, 68EM, which is a good integrated chip, but it's not as powerful obviously as a dedicated graphics card. So, just quickly going back over the specs of the Ace Magic. So it's got, and I've wrote this down, it's on the laptop, I'm reading it, I've actually got information. I know, and I'm talking with my hands, I don't know why. So, it's the Ace Magic RX 16, and it comes with the AMD 6800H, or 6800H, might sound better, which is an 8-core 16-thread CPU. It's a 45 watt TDP, 3.2 GHz base, and up to 4.7 GHz boost clock. It's a 6 nanometer process, and it has a max temperature of 95 decibels C, or safe max temperature. And the Radeon 680M integrated graphics boosts up to 2200 MHz. You can change the amount of, because it shares the RAM, so it basically uses the RAM instead of VRAM. You can change how much you set it for. I've currently set it at 8GB because I've upgraded the RAM to 32GB, so I've got the VRAM equivalent set to 8GB. It originally came with 16GB of DDR5 4800 MHz RAM. I've upgraded it to a 32GB DDR5 4800 MHz, and you do notice a big difference going, not so much going to 32GB, but going to two sticks of RAM. Especially with integrated AMD graphics, the 2 sticks of RAM are the. If I was only going to do one upgrade to this laptop, that would be it. Just upgrade the RAM. You can get some really cheap kits now. You don't even really need a kit. Just get another 16GB stick of RAM, and it should. I'm not saying it guaranteeing it, but it should work fine with a 16GB that's included. I've used many different brands of RAM over the years together, and they've worked fine. It came with a 512GB NVMe drive, which I upgraded by putting in a second 1TB NVMe drive, so I now have 1.5 TB. And the screen is a 60Hz. There's no high refresh rate here, unfortunately, but it's 1920 by 1200 resolution, so it is full HD, just over. Page 2. Hey, getting professional, not. Right, just to clarify, this isn't a full-on gaming performance review, so I'm not going to be saying like the 1% lows and the 1% lows and all that. I'm just going to be giving the average FPS, or the FPS will be on screen, and I will be showing basic info, temperatures, CPU usage, and GPU usage. I have got MSI Afterburner on screen throughout the videos of the games running, so you will be able to see for yourself how you think everything's going. So yeah, you can also, all the games that you're about to see I run on pretty much default settings, whatever the system detected or decided to run them at. I pretty much left it at that, apart from I turned motion blur off in every game, because I hate motion blur. I just think it is the biggest. Your game looks really good, and then all of a sudden every time you move everything goes blurry, and it just, what is the point? No, turn that shit off. Well, I do anyway, I don't like it. Okay, so with that, let's get into a few games. I've only got 6 games in this. I've kind of tried to pick across the board. A couple of games that my son used to like playing when he was a bit younger. A couple of games that I've played in the past, and I've also downloaded Cyberpunk because I thought that is one of the later games that a lot of people obviously want to play if they haven't played it yet. I've only bought it because it was an offer. I'm not going to play it. I haven't got time, but I just wanted to see if it would run. So Cyberpunk is tested. And yes, sit back, enjoy, and see what you think. I'll see you later.
Trust me, you don't want to carpool with me. Ah!
Yes! Seriously? I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Okay, so now you've seen some of the games that I've tested on this, and you've seen the sort of performance you can expect. What do you think? You know, bearing in mind this is not a majorly expensive laptop for what you're getting. You're getting a good CPU, you're getting a decent integrated graphics, decent spec in the fact that you get an NVMe drive, you get 16GB of RAM. A lot of laptops at this sort of price point comes with 8GB if you're lucky, and they come with much lower end CPUs, usually a 4-core, 6-core if you're lucky, but certainly a lot lower spec. You're also getting a full HD screen, so this isn't a gaming laptop, but it will play games. It will play games. Older games will run absolutely fine on this. Even with higher settings, they will run absolutely fine. Newer games and AAA titles, mostly playable, as long as you know your expectations are not too high. You know, you're not going to get high frame rates, as you saw in Cyberpunk. You can hover around 30. There are more tweaks you can do and to get a little bit more out of it. You can turn down the resolution. You can turn down the way the upscaling works and everything with the AMD software. I've not really looked into it, but yes, it's all getting quite clever now, and you can get more performance than what you used to be able to do on, you know, less powerful CPUs and GPUs. So you can tweak it a bit, and you will get a little bit better performance at the cost of the visuals. They will be slightly lower quality. For children, I think this laptop would be a good starting point, because it's pretty well made. It is metal, you know, and it's not going to break the bank. If you go on Amazon and you look at laptops around about this price point, a well-known brand, you're normally looking at i3s and maybe i5s, no integrated graphics, because Intel integrated graphics, which are nowhere near as good as this. And for children or for younger teenagers, whatever, it will play a lot of the games that they want to play. It will play esports games. It will play games like Rocket League. It plays fine. Fortnite. I couldn't get into my Fortnite account. I don't know why, but I couldn't. So I couldn't play Fortnite. I probably had a rage tantrum before when I lost and just done something, and now I can't get into it. But I should think it would play Fortnite at lower settings. Things like Minecraft, absolutely no problem at all. You can crank the render distance up, and it played that fine, no problem whatsoever. Yes, it was early game and there's no like entities moving around and everything, but it's not gonna drop off that much. The performance will take a little hit, but not much. You've got a lot of headwind with Minecraft, no problem whatsoever. Roblox, it will handle that, no problem whatsoever. So yeah, I am genuinely impressed still with this laptop. I think for the money I paid and the money that the upgrades cost me, I've got no complaints. If I was going on, if I had to go away on business or whatever weekend, I'll happily take this with me. You can do work on it, plenty powerful to handle all your work tasks. As I say, I do all my editing on this laptop now. I've not probably used my computer since I've had this. This is my go-to. And when you finish doing your work, you can relax and play a few games on it. It does run a little bit hot, and I do have the laptop pad running all the time when I'm gaming or when I'm doing any editing. It does help a little bit. It reduces it by about 5 or 6 degrees C. Not a massive amount, but enough just to get you a little bit more performance before it starts to thermal throttle. So yeah, I mean, I think it done pretty well in the games. I included the Lego game because my son, he must have had every one of the Lego games in my account, because when he was younger, obviously he didn't have his own computer, he used to play on mine, and I used to buy all the games for him. And I used to play with them sometimes. I'll play the games with him. They are actually good fun. I must admit, I did like Lego growing up. So the Lego games, it will play them no problem. So again, kids, them sort of games, absolutely fine. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty impressed with how this done. And Cyberpunk, around about 30 FPS, it's playable. Some people will say it's not, but for me, growing up with consoles, that you'd be lucky to get 30 FPS in a game. For me, it's playable. I wouldn't want to play a faster paced, like a shooter like Battlefield or something like that. When you're playing, against other players, no, you need a higher FPS. But just for playing yourself, it's fine. It's okay. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you think. So please comment if you have any questions. Maybe you have a game in mind that you want me to try on this laptop. If I have it, I will obviously quite happily do it. And if I haven't got it and it just doesn't cost too much money, I'll buy it. And I'll test it for you. Please like the video if you like it. It really does help the video, and it does help the channel, and it helps me as well. So please give thumbs up if you can. Also subscribe if you haven't. We have got a lot more coming up. Unfortunately, I've been a little bit slack lately because it seems have lost at least one of my parcels, and it had quite a few things in it. So I've got my £1 credit tokens from AliExpress, but that doesn't really help me when I need stuff here to record videos with. For now, this is me done. This video is over. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it somewhat useful. Yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope to see you again very, very soon in the next one. But bye for now.